second. Sure that I give the people all the avenues to watch this that they could possibly want. This, I want 1440p, that's cool. Music, need to get rid of the YouTube version. Music, Alright, so this one should be pretty quick. We had like, I think 3-4 attempts at BJCC tonight, which is pretty good. Or not BJCC, Alex Prime tonight, which is pretty good. We're moving into the last two phases of the fight. We can clean up and consistently do a Inception and quickly sim and proc through wormhole, or nothing at PA, which PA, once you understand the mechanics, is a pretty free phase. Once you understand like what he's showing you with the Enigma Codex. Alright, so let's go ahead and just take a look at the different attempts that we had. They're all after the break. That's the break. We're just going to be looking at some Timestop and Inception tonight, and then that'll be it. Walk there. Like incredibly obvious where it is because of the bright background. Here we go. This looks like our first one. I'll see the bright yellow background and then the rest of the scroll. Okay. This one we make. Let's go ahead and look at it. Okay, so first thing that happens in the Alex Prime phase is Timestop. So look around, find where Alex spawns, and treat him as your new north. Pretty much the repetitive theme for this entire phase, really. And then take a look at what's going on with your debuffs and everything else. So CC and Brute are gonna jump down in a random order. It doesn't matter. This could be CC. This could be CC. This could be Brute. Like it could be any order. It doesn't matter. Couple things that have to happen based off of the bosses. CC does cleaves on the 3 closest players to him. And Brute Justice does Flare Thrower on the 2 closest players to him. So, obviously you don't want to cleave each other, so the way that they're lined up, you don't want to point the cleave inward this way from CC. You have all this area right here that's free, all this area right here that's free, so really the only way that you have that you can possibly bait this is out this way. So, that's kind of why we position ourselves the way we do this, here, here, and here. Because the rest of the party is going to be over here. The 2 closest players to BJ are going to be baiting a Flare Thrower, the same thing from phase 2, from BJCC phase, north and south, the closest players. And then, based on all of that, that gives you a certain safe spot for everybody that's not allowed to get hit, not any mechanics to stand in. It's very tight. Because in addition to this, have tethers. So the purpose of the Christmas tether is to stay short, so you gotta like really stay next to your partner on this one. Then the blue one. So the blue one has to be elongated in order to properly resolve itself whenever it activates. So this one, like we talked about, cleaves here and here. This goes with the Christmas tethers. Because the blue has to be elongated, the DPS with the blue is going to come and stand in here, and he's going to be the closest player. As long as these 2 players are standing straight into Brute, should be fine. And this guy should be the safest, closest player to CC. So this cleave is going to go out here to north to nothing. That's why the blue player stands here. So as soon as this mechanic resolves, the tethers activate. The Christmas tether immediately pops because it's short. The blue tether will immediately pop because it's long. Then see if you can see him. The other thing that's going on in this phase is aggravated assault. When you find it, is this little this explodey lightning bolt looking mechanic right here. This is aggravated assault. It pops up on your debuff bar. If you want to look at your debuff bar, you'll see that also the Christmas tether and the blue tether pop up, but you don't really need the tethers. So if you don't have your like my debuff bar is pretty much smack here in the center of the screen right above my health, so separate from everything else. So if you don't have that to where you can see aggravated assault, I highly recommend you do that. So what happens with aggravated assault is it puts a debuff on you that pretty much you can't take any source of any damage from anything that is not aggravated assault while it's going on. So you can't take the CC cleaves, or else it instantly wipes you. You can't be hit by Brute Justice Flare Thrower, or else it instantly wipes you. So that leaves the only place you have standing is over here at the wall in that one safe space with the other blue tether player that has to stretch their tether out to immediately pop it. So. I think we changed the lineup later in this one, but this one is good. Blue's too far. So this is too far. You notice these two are right here. They're like to the center of CC from either side. It's like a coin flip. He would, if he hits the right, like you have the right idea, but you're too far. Because at this point he potentially, depending on where these two are standing, is going to snap onto the BJ Flare Thrower Raider. Then Ag Assault should all be clustered up here on the BJ side, safe from everything else. We're missing... So in this scenario, there's also two players that don't have anything, and whatever boss is here, they're always going to stand here like these two players are standing, like me and the other Christmas Tether player standing with the Christmas Tether. So you always stand there on the other side of Brute if you have nothing. And if this is CC, then it just inverts. So if this is CC, then Christmas Tether is going to be standing here baiting Flare Throwers, same, nothing really changes. You just sit underneath his model on the way marker. And then the nothings sit here and here and bait CC. And then all that changes is that makes the Flare Throwers right here and here. CC cleaves would be here, here, and here. That's the DPS. So that makes Ag Assault and everybody have to come over here to the wall right there. Yeah, if you're blue and you're baiting a CC cleave, don't take it to the wall like this. Be like in the marker, and you'll be fine. Because otherwise, it's very like he might actually snap onto one of the others. This one, let's see. Timestop. Locked into place. This tether pops. We get lucky, maybe. Oh, he's too far in. That's why he gets double cleaved. And then the Ag Assaults, I believe, die because BJ turns and Flare Throwers the Ag Assaults. So that is basically what needs to happen in that phase. Let's look for the next one. The next one we actually see some Inception too. There's that bright yellow background. There it is. This one we actually make it past. Timestop, even though we still have deaths. Yeah, this one is same lineup, so let's see. Right, so CC, it's the same lineup. CC was right, BJ was left. So blue tether's going to stretch here to the way marker. The other blue tether's going to be here. This side is going to be safe because that's the BJ side. He only does 2 Flare Throwers, so this is where the Ag Assaults are going to stand. And then, regardless of what's here, the Christmas tether is going to stand like right here and right here at the edge of the way marker right there. And then the other 2, the nothings, are going to like sit straight underneath BJ and hug him and point their Flare Throwers north and south. Pretty simple. See what happens. So everything goes out. I'm Christmas Tether again. Duke goes and stands over there, and then he... So this is okay. Everybody but blue. Blue is dead this time because CC's going to cleave out this way. Safe spot for... What was blue? Blue was Ag Assault, so safe spot for Ag Assault is always BJ side. He only does 2 mechanics instead of the 3 that CC does. So blue is dead, but everything else should resolve properly. Yeah, everybody else lives. After this, it's just what should I call it? Fate Busters, which have specific ways of immuning, but I'm gonna just sanction no at this point, or if not, then I can like give you guys footage and stuff like that on how to invuln. Well, Zaf knows, but whenever we get Kai Burrell back, so I think tomorrow, Kai's gonna need to know how to do the timing, especially as Gunbreaker. A little tricky. Gunbreaker has to take the second one. Actually, it's not tricky, it's just that Gunbreaker has to take the second one. Is the longer cooldown on that. I need to work on my star placement on this. So, alright, this is Inception. Let me break this down. This is something that I should show. Alright, so Inception, Alex is going to disappear. He's going to spawn in a random place. Wherever he spawns is the new north. He's right there, so this is new north. So then everybody else spreads. 4 players are going to get this tether. This tether means that you're tethered to one of these orbs. These orbs are going to follow you wherever you go until they collide with you. You don't want to stand right here, just immediately collide with it because it's big. And what happens is, as it crosses the arena, it gets progressively smaller and does less damage whenever it hits you. So you want to try and elongate this tether and make it travel as much as you can. So how you do that is you crisscross. So this tether is going to crisscross and it's going to come stand Alex relative here on the relative northeast red dot. There's another red dot right here that you can't see from my perspective. So that's where this tether is going to go. This tether is going to crisscross and this person's going to stand on this red dot. This person's going to come stand on the red dot that you can't see right here. You can kind of see the little arch on the floor. This one's on me. It just hasn't finished materializing yet. So this one is going to come and be on the red dot that's up here. Then mine is going to go to this red dot. You crisscross and make X's with both sides and elongate the tether. At this point, everybody that's not assigned a tether, you are going to get a crystal, and it's going to drop a puddle underneath you. Let me see when I look at it. This is super. So you see it now. Alex like slams the ground, and he marks the 4 players without tethers for a crystal. So we pull up the diagram for you guys to look at. The T channel. This one. So basically you want to have these little, like, they can't overlap at all. Like if this one right here was like shifted to where it overlapped with this puddle, it's not going to count for the heart whenever the heart passes through, and it's not going to explode and the heart will not awaken. It's pretty much, well, it's not over, but you can't tell what's going to happen for mechanics in either the rest of this phase because you don't know where Alex is going to disappear or appear at, and you're not going to be able to see fake calibration in PA, so we have to drop these this certain pattern right here. So you see how they have these little like channels right here. So relative south, you're gonna be like 2 grommets. It's this thing. I'm gonna be kind of like in between this area, this little zone right here. Yeah, that's the way. This is how I always used to line it up, is with this thing right here, this little square thing that I just completely marked over and you can't really see. There's one right here too. That's usually how I used to look at it, but this works too. You can also just position yourself between these 2 grommets, like it says. So, 2 players, whoever, it doesn't matter. This is like free for all. There's no priority or anything. Just stand right here, and then the other players just adjust to them. They want to, like it says right here, you want this little like panel, this little passage between the 2. Where they don't overlap and they have like this little space separating them. If you do it like this, the heart should collide with these 2 and then collide with these 2 without overlapping anything like that and doing any weird shit, and it should awaken the heart. The heart has to hit all 4 of these puddles in order to fully awaken. Let's keep on looking at this. So yeah, this right here is not enough. This is probably also not enough. There's a little channel, but I don't think that's big enough. They kind of overlap. So you see it starts doing the pulsing on the floor. That's proximity. Each one of these, whenever the heart hits it, does a proximity-based AoE. So as soon as you drop this, you gotta haul ass up to underneath Alexander to maximize distance from it and minimize damage. And then see here, you bait these. Got the red dot, and it drops a little puddle. This puddle gives you heavy. That's pretty much it. So you just gotta sprint and get north. The heart doesn't awaken there because there are overlaps and things like that. That's what happens. It just stays pink like that and it immediately goes to Alexander. So whenever Alexander disappears and comes back for the next part of Inception, he's going to do Sacrament. So say he appears here. Say Frost Blast AoE here and here basically. And without the ability to see where the heart is, he's going to appear on a random spot and probably blast like half the group because you're literally like coin flipping at that point to try and find a safe spot. So then tanks, I'm trying to remember, I think this is BJ tank. BJ tank comes and points him down this way, or main tank. And then off tank points at center. And then the rest of the party, after you drop your puddles, you sprint up, and then you come down north and you sit this side so that you bait it this way. We get double baited here. Yeah, we get double baited. See. So, again, get as far north under Alexander as you can so that you minimize the proximity explosions from crystals. Heart doesn't awaken there, but Heart does awaken on one of the later ones. Then BJ has to leave down this way, leave this way. Actually, that's not a good representation. It's like, actually like right here. It's supposed to be, the heart is supposed to like slow down or hover right here, and you're supposed to hit it with the flare thrower whenever you leave. And then the rest of the party baits it this way. I think we get double blasted though. Yeah, we do. Oh, yeah. So if we didn't get double blasted there, we would have done this properly, except for the fact that the heart wasn't awakened. And then, let's see, we don't get to see the sacrament. Right, I think we got one more look at it. There it is. Let's take another look at this. This is Race to Enrage. Not gonna really look at BJCC anymore. We have a lot of footage and we seem to get the concept. It's just a matter of getting it consistently at this point. I don't think we have too many glaring issues on it anymore. Just being comfortable to do it on command. Great. Okay, give us the same thing every single time tonight. PC here, so cleave, cleave, cleave. Safe spot is to BJ side, so it's going to be over here, even though BJ hasn't spawned in yet. Agasalts are going to stand over here, because you can't take damage from a cleave or a flare thrower, or else you die. And then nothings are going to... So, Christmas Tether always here. Nothing's always here-ish. Whenever BJ pops down, you'll actually see where you're supposed to stand, but you're supposed to stand under whichever boss appears left. And Feather and Agasalts over here are safe and hiding. So, let's see, Agasalt right here is a little lightning bolt. That's not on me though, I'm Christmas Tether. I've got Christmas Tether every time, so Christmas Tether always here, whichever boss it is, doesn't matter. Like, right here, I'm aligned up with the edge of this way marker. And then Blue Tether inside this way marker in the center, so he baits this way instead of like digitally snapping onto one of the BJ baiters. Then Blue Tether, DPS always baits here, support always baits here. So stretch the tether. Yes. Tank, support, and Agasalt, which are... There's only two Agasalts, it's Duke and Zaf. And Zaf are the two Agasalts in this one. Yeah, Duke needed to go to BJ side, because he's not allowed to take damage from anything other than Agasalt resolving. He's gonna die. Timestop. Others snap and resolve. Everything's good except for the Duke being dead. Tankbuster. This is the one we awaken the heart on. Work on the star. I think I place it as soon as he leaves and we start Inception. If I do that, it's probably better. Lots for me though. So Alex disappears. He spawns due north right here. So Tether's gonna appear. So it's gonna be like from down here, kind of. So you want to go to this. You can't see this red marking because BJ's wing is in the way. But there's gonna be another orb that comes here. You elongate and comes down on this red button. And then on the other side, it's going to be like down here somewhere. So there, I think like up here, probably. So there's going to be times where like the orbs are like right here above the buttons. It's not a big deal. If you just come stand here, wait for them to pass on the other person, then one of you stays, one of you goes to the other button. Just coordinate and work it out, free for all. Like you're going to be like right here and right here-ish or something, and then coming across this way. So you literally just stand here, wait for them to pass down this way, and then just travel in behind them. Like I said, one of you just stays close, one of you just decides to go far, whoever, doesn't matter. FFA. This one's on a crystal, yeah. So, remember, between the two grommets, or like I like to, I just like line up with this, but that's fine. It's also right here. Depends on where you want your buddy. Okay. Here, so this is fine right here. This little distance right here. This one needs to move up a little bit, but I think he does eventually. And this could probably be a little bit further about, but it's probably fine. Just want to leave that small little channel where they're not overlapping. Yeah, we move. Good. That looks good. Yeah, so this is approximately how you want it to look. You want space between the two, but not too much space. That makes sense. And we'll see the heart awaken. So crystals drop, like as soon as you drop crystals, you gotta head north to Alex, or are dead. Proximity based explosions, like I said. Then we'll see the yellow heart whenever I do look at it. See if we awaken it. So yeah, we gotta get north. Duke does not get north in time, and let me see where he was. Let's see where Duke was. Duke was a tether bait, so that's kind of strange. Tether bait, you like get a second of heavy while your puddle is placed underneath you, but then you just take a quick walk up to Xander, like you're already pretty far north away. See where he is. Yeah, get north. Who's Duke? Oh, Duke. Yeah, he's right here. So as soon as he drops it, you should just come up this way. I think he comes down this way, and proximity is gonna get him. It's like it's pretty close to the entrance where he goes. Yeah, he gets destroyed because it snaps him like down here, which is pretty close. So he like immediately falls over. BJ. Okay, so at this point the heart awakens because the crystals were placed properly. So main tank points down this way, off tank points this way, and it hits should hit this because this light moves up a little bit. And then the party comes over here and baits the last flamethrower this way. And then after that, you don't do damage to the heart. The heart is undamageable, but you can still build resources. So usually most groups will just like gap close and start hitting the heart and build a little bit of resources for the next phase or next part of the fight. Because the next thing is a tank buster into wormhole, and that tank buster coincides with the 2 minute. Like the divination's already pretty much back, so After you do Inception, it's the tank buster. Yeah, and the party gets cooked again. Yeah, we're super dead. I don't know what kills Hilda. Let's see. Oh, Hilda gets clipped by the north-facing flare thrower, so he dies to fire resistance down too. Yeah, so after that, wall. But after that, the heart is gonna go to. Well, you see Xander like flashing. He's about to disappear, and then the heart is gonna chase him down wherever he goes. At this point, the flare throwers are done, so like I said, most people usually just build resources off of the heart. Even though it doesn't do damage, you can still build resources. Yep, so he disappears, there goes the heart. The heart there, so whenever Alex reappears, it's going to be like this. Sacrament. Sacrament's going to come down here. The tanks and the tethers. Tanks and tether is going to come here, and then the other one's going to like extend all the way to the wall. And then healer, I think it's going to be like BJ is going to be baited here. Going to be a healer here. Healer here. This is going to be me. H1. H2. Then I think it's the tether deep. It is the tether DPS. I didn't like rack my brains for a second. The tether DPS should be facing here. 20 CC's third cleave that out that way. I don't have any footage of that obviously because we didn't make it that far in Inception, but that's the next step is dodging Sacrament, crushing the tether, and stacking together, and then these healers bait CC up and down. The tether DPS baits the other way, away from the party. Super jump is baited here, then the party like stacks in right here. And then the mechanic is pretty much over. Xander's about to reappear there, and yes, CC's right there. So here, here, and then the DPS tether is like right here. So pretty standard. And then the party like stacks right here, I think a little bit back, and then the tank with baiting BJ is back here so that he doesn't super jump on the party and just hits the tank. Let's see here comes Xander with the Sacrament. See what Sacrament looks like and how big it is. So as you can see, it's like here, here, and then like the entire side right here. So it leaves the spot right here for the tanks and the tether, and then everybody else can come stand over here and be safe at the wall. Just bait CC, and that's all the entirety of Inception. Duke somehow doesn't get hit by the Sacrament. He's gonna get super jumped on for sure. When you get super jumped on or cleaved, probably both. Actually, no, the cleave happens first, and then BJ super jumps. Yeah, there's the cleave. And you see BJ super jumping, so at this point, like I said, be facing like directly north and south with the healers. And then tether DPS this way, and then after that resolves, you see him. He jumps on the furthest player from him, so gotta be one of the tanks. They usually take it to the wall. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, good job. We finally are making some progress on Alex Prime, so we're getting actually really close. If you guys can do Wormhole and sim Wormhole and practice Wormhole a lot, then it's going to cut down on the prog time a lot, because PA is pretty simple once you see it once or twice. Probably wipe once or twice to like stillness and some other stuff in PA, but once you understand what's going on, it's pretty chill for a phase. Right, so I will post this guy for you guys to review later if you want, and then I will post signups for tomorrow. Alright, have a good night. Bye.